The real key to breaking into the WSO market. I'm looking at that and I thought, well, if I try to break into the WSO market, I can't. I mean, I run a WSO and post it on their forum and get 5 sales, and I can't really start that way. Now that was back then. That's what I teach people. That's what I teach folks to do. Because you get 5 sales on your first one, you do another one next week, you do 10, you do another one the next week, you do 15, and that's a lot like how I started. In fact, that's how I started. If I remember correctly, I did some like that. You get 10 to 15 sales a week, and affiliates weren't promoting for me. And I had somebody tell me that affiliates don't promote you until you have 50 or 100 sales. And boy, what am I going to do to get over this? All of a sudden, the light bulb went off. And what about solo ads? So instead of sending my solo ads to just an opt-in form, or instead of sending them to some thank you page, I can immediately get the subscriber if I send them to the WSO page. And then I would just send them to whatever my current WSO was and get 15 or 20 or 30 sales. I found that I was paying for solo ad prices, not completely, but it was helping pay for it. Then with my back end, it was paying for it. And so then I said, well, if I can do this, then this allows me to monetize my solo ad leads. And so I was just buying solo ads left and right, sending them to a WSO. It didn't even have to be my current one. It might be the top performing one. Send it to a WSO, get as many buyers as possible, put them into my 21-day conversion campaign where people were spending like $18, $20 within 20 days in the conversion campaign by enrolling in coaching, prepaying some things, just various things that were in the integrated conversion campaign that I put together. And I say, boy, this is really a phenomenal thing. Some of you are going to say, why are you telling me all of this? I want you to see the why behind it. Because one of the things that happens in your business, you may find, is that you hit obstacles and you just don't know what to do. Well, I remember I told you I hit an obstacle and solo ads weren't performing as well. And so then I said, I'll table that maybe. And then I saw what was going on here was an opportunity in the Warrior Forum. I put them together, so then I ran into an obstacle. Solo ad providers stopped being willing to sell me ads that just went to the WSO forum because they weren't getting as many clicks. Then, if they don't get as many clicks, they don't make as much money. So the bottom line was I had a harder and harder time finding ways to do that. But by now I had hundreds of WSO buyers that I had gotten through these solo ads. Now if I launched a WSO, I could send it out and send it to the buyers that had bought from me before. That way I would keep my conversion rate really high. And then people would buy. And I'd get my 50 or 100 sales, and then affiliates started noticing and started promoting for me. And what would happen was most of you would get like 10 affiliates. They'd each do like, let's say, 5 sales. And honestly, it's pretty discouraging. Pretty discouraging. I remember how discouraging it was. How am I ever going to scale? People are either sending out a test email or all these people had really small email lists. And I think there's a mix of both. But then a big break happened. Some of those affiliates, when they bought they would study it themselves, and then they realized that I had a really good training. And then when they promoted it to their list, they would tell the people that it was a really good training. They would want to promote it for me. They would start promoting for me on the first day instead of waiting until there were 50 or 100. Why? Not because of anything special at the Warrior Forum, not because of any hot copy. I don't write hot copy. I write copy that gets the job done. But people were choosing to promote for me because they liked, because I offered phenomenal training. And I think that that's something that motivated me and said, this is something that is very, very interesting. And then what happened was, a few that really could pull 100 or 200 sales, they started promoting for me. And then they would even send me emails that would say, hey, when you're going to launch something, let me know because I'd like to promote for you. Sight unseen. Why? Because of the quality of the product. And so what do I leave you with when I say this? Your product's got to be great. It's got to have high quality.